In a positive development, authorities in the virus epicentre, Wuhan, have announced they're relaxing travel restrictions and allowing people in many industries to return to work. Key sectors such as public transport, medical supply and producers of daily necessities will resume service and production tomorrow. The main international focus is now on Italy. Malta, Spain and the Czech Republic have also announced a ban on air traffic from Italy. Austria has barred travellers from crossing the border without a medical certificate, and Slovenia closed its border entirely. Authorities in Italy say the number of infections there has topped 10,000 and more than 600 people have died. In the UK, a British health minister has been infected and several senior politicians are in self-quarantine in the US. The National Guard has been sent into a New York suburb hit by a coronavirus cluster. And as James Glenday reports, the virus is also disrupting the country's presidential election campaign.
This is America's first coronavirus containment zone. In part of New Rochelle, just north of New York, troops will deliver food and clean closed schools.
People are really afraid to go to the supermarket. They're afraid to go to the cleaner.
But it's just the most dramatic in a series of measures being put in place across the nation. Like in Australia, drive-through testing sites have been opened, access to nursing homes has been restricted, and at the Pentagon, chairs are being placed further apart, all to stem the virus's spread.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Those are all steps that folks should be thinking about in case they have an outbreak in their communities.
Major companies like Google are recommending employees work from home for the next month, while some members of the president's inner circle are self-quarantining after touching an infected man. Donald Trump says he's only focused on getting an economic stimulus package passed and hasn't been tested.
I don't feel that any reason. I feel extremely good. I feel very good.
Hand sanitizer.
The virus is already having a notable effect on this year's election campaign.
We want voters to make sure that they're washing their hands before and after voting.
Washington was one of 6 states to hold a primary today. There, people were urged not to lick the envelopes on their mail-in ballots.
And Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, the last two serious contenders left in the race for the Democratic Party's White House nomination, both took the unusual step of cancelling their election night rallies due to fears the events could ultimately fuel the spread of the virus.
The former vice president emerged the overwhelming winner from this lot of elections, snatching Michigan, the biggest prize on offer, and cementing his status as the man most likely to take on Donald Trump in November.
To all those who have been knocked down, to all those who have been counted out, left behind, this is your campaign.
Due to health fears, the next Democratic Party debate will have no audience and no press centre. It's a sign of just how much the coronavirus could disrupt the rest of this race. James Glenday, ABC News, Washington.